Yo, what the hell is a flippant?
Welcome back to the channel. You're watching the Flippant podcast and I am your host, Flippant. This one was sent to me by Uncle John over at Serious and Silliness, and this is a video that he did a year, maybe a little over a year ago. And I wanted to cover this topic. Now, I'm not going to give any disclaimers here because I don't think one disclaimer would matter, but let's go ahead and react to this video. It's called The Difference Between Black Girls and White Girls in Under 10 Minutes. Let's see how controversial we can get. Take it away, John. There you go.
The difference between black girls and white girls. And this is the difference that I could tell. These are the two major differences that I could tell. As far as kind of being in a relationship with them or approaching them or whatnot, right? So when I say white girls, I don't mean Italian girls from Brooklyn. Not that there's many left. The Italian girls from Brooklyn, it's kind of like they're not many left. Like they kind of moved out to the suburbs and whatnot. And when I say Brooklyn, it's the Bronx, Queens, Staten Island. Where else? You know what I mean. Long Island, I guess. I guess it's still in Staten Island, Long Island, but whatever. The girls that have taken over that reputation are the Russian girls or any Eastern European girls from Brooklyn. Wow, they are in a league of their own. Anyway, it's not about them. This is about your run-of-the-mill Western American white girl compared to your regular black girl. So the first noticeable difference I noticed.
I'm going to go ahead and say skin color.
And this is all from experience, is that when you approach a white girl, like if I go and I approach a white girl and like meet eye contact, well, used to anyway, right? You're going, hey, how you doing? My name's John, just wanted to come and meet you and, say how you doing. She'll be very pleasant. Oh, hi, nice to meet you. Shake your hand, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. Take the same approach to a black girl. Hi, I'm John. I noticed you just wanted to come over and say hello and introduce myself. This is what you get. And
okay, so I want to start this one off by saying black women are easier for me to approach. And this could be because you're not black, John, and it's not like I go up and I'll talk to anybody, all right. And I do get a little bit of pushback from the from white women, but it's not a lot. As I've gotten older, it's not the young testosterone black men approaching women for casual encounters. It's mostly now, it's like if I'm at the gym or something like that, like white girls will smile back at me if I smiled back at them. Black women would do the same. And I also want to put this out there. There is nothing better than an older black woman calling you sugar, baby, sweetheart, something like that. Like they're really nice. And I think it's because I'm on the other side of that equation. I am black. If you're dealing with older women, I mean, they probably could have gotten sprayed down by a water hose, during Dr. Martin Luther King's speech. So you never know. And John, you are ambiguous too. Like I wouldn't know what you were unless you told me.
Supposed to be excited. So what I learned is you can't, as a white guy, you can't just go, you kind of, that's how black girls are. Black girls are like confrontational, and that's how they even flirt. So what you got to do is
So I won't deny that black women are, and Patrice O'Neal said this too. He said white women are soft up front, but they do evil shit on the background, like put rat poison in your food, and next you start to cough and the kid's like, what's wrong with daddy? It's like, well, tell them bye. Because they're harder on the back end. Black women are harder up front, but once you get to know them and start talking to them and flirting and all that, they become, softer after that. Like, you can shoot them in the leg and they're, and this is the words of Patrice O'Neal, you can shoot them in the leg and they're still loyal to you. All right. And I think that's a very good difference between black women and white women is, the level of confrontation that you meet on the front end versus the back end.
Gotta be the same way. You gotta be like, yeah, you should be excited because you're the only one I wanted to talk to up here. But a regular white guy will just be like, oh, sorry. Kind of like, didn't expect that. Where a white girl always seems more pleasant at the beginning. Which I think is where a mistake is made with black guys and Spanish guys that want to date white girls. They seem pleasant from the beginning. So they have this reputation that they are just more pleasant. But in reality, they just take their time before they actually get under your skin and manipulate you and control you and so on and so forth.
Right. I thought this was going to go a completely different direction, and he's actually saying what I have seen, whenever I was in the dating world and versus, well, not necessarily the dating world, but how I interact with different races. Black women are a little bit more closed off to you if they really don't know you, and white women are a little bit more friendly up front. And I think that's where, where men, we start to have these issues like, man, I thought this white girl liked me, but she's just friendly. And white women are friendly up front versus black women being friendly on the back end.
Right? Like with a black girl, she'll give you about 3 seconds to act like a man. So here's what I mean by that. You're dating a black girl and you have to return an item. You got to return a shirt, right? And maybe the date that, the 30 days that you had to return it is up, or whatever the case may be. And you go up to the person working in the store and you go, excuse me, sorry to bother you, but I need to return this, and I know that this is, oh, I'm sorry, we really can't. If you're with a black girl, she will literally push you out of the way and go, excuse me, I need to exchange this item. And she will cause a ruckus until the person just goes, okay, you got it, no problem. Right? They don't give you a chance to be a man. You better do it quick, because they don't got time for bullshit. Whereas a white girl, they'll kind of let you get burned by the fire. They'll just stand there, let you kind of fail, if you will. And then you get back into the car or home, and then she'll be like, I don't understand why they didn't give you your money back. I mean, that is just ridiculous. You know what? If I were you, I would never shop there again.
All right, so this actually brings me to a very a good point. Outside of the Patrice O'Neal saying that a black woman would you shoot her in the leg, and after you got her mind and her body and her soul, she's not gonna leave you. I was working at this nightclub, and it's a primarily black club, and they were stomped. There's this whole scene where I watched this dude get stomped out, black fella, right? And by the time I had peeled everyone away, I noticed that his girl had jumped in there and she started protecting him, not very well. And I don't mean to make light of the situation, but she jumped in there to protect him because she seen that he was bleeding out. He got cut by a bottle, and they were just stomping his lifeless body. And she jumped on his body to protect whatever of him was left. All right. So yes, I do see some validity to what John is saying here. And like I said, I thought this was going to go a completely other direction. Not saying that John is like what I was thinking this was going to go, but The way everything is now, these things kind of go downhill pretty quickly. And I think that there's a lot of good things to be said about black women here, because we like the drama. We like to talk trash about everybody, and just pull flaws out of a whole community or culture. But what he's saying is valid. Like, I've seen this stuff with my, life or death situations. I've seen this stuff. Having a woman go to bat for you every time. I mean, she might cause you to get into a fight from time to time. But see, the thing is that the squeaky wheel gets the oil. And black women can be the squeakiest of wheels, and people, that they're squeaking to don't want to have to deal with that kind of drama. So what they do is they fold and give her what she wants. There's nothing wrong with having that in your back pocket from time to time.
And you're like, oh, no, I mean, it was 30 days, it was over the 30 days past due, or I could return it. Yeah, well, you know what? They should still return your item. So, just saying, I don't think you should shop there again. Matter of fact, I think it's like a mistake if you shop there again. Go somewhere else. And then she might even go as far as like buying a shirt for you from somewhere else. And like, here, I bought this way. And then before you know it, she's like buying your clothes, and you're a grown man. And you think that it's nice, but she's actually emasculating you. And this is what I mean by it just takes some time before they emasculate you, where black girls emasculate you immediately, like from the beginning. So there was this line I used to use when I was single. And this is when I was feeling confident.
Walking up on me with that little dick energy. It's like, I thought I was being respectful. She's like, I thought I was being respectful. Go and get out of here with your tail between your legs. I swear, like, you have to be a man. As soon as you walk up on her, you have to come with the confidence. And that's talking to black women. All right, that, like, to a T. But like I said, that they're pretty not hostile, but they're pretty hard to get along with up front. But on the back end, I am sure, like 100% that they're with you on it. Just to break away from this, I know a dude who's got like 3 baby mamas. All right, all 3 of them. He's got 2 kids with one of them and 1 with the other 2. And like, I kid you not, like these baby mamas are still fighting over this dude with each other to this day. And let this man look at another woman out there. Let him look at it like she ain't gonna get upset with him. She gonna go beat her ass. Like, that is the wildest thing in the world.
And I used to be out with my friends, and I used to feel confident. And I used to have a couple of drinks in me, and a lot of time.
Oh, sorry to stop it again, but he did make a point about emasculation. Whenever white women decide to buy your clothes for you, they're gonna try to buy you what they think that you should be, and I think that's a mistake, because whatever I look like to get her, I need to continue looking like that to keep her. But what she's going to do is not buy you those clothes anymore. She's going to tell you, here, wear this because I think this looks nice. And then she's going to cheat on you with the dude who was wearing the clothes you were wearing before. Right? Because it's exciting and it's new and it's whatever. I'm not going to make his points for him. Let's hear it.
Times it worked with white girls. What I would do is I would just walk up to the girl that I wanted to see. Just walk straight up to her. Look her in the eye and go, who are you? I've never seen you here. I haven't noticed you. What's your name? Like, confident right away. Who are you? And more times than not, like the white girl would kind of like giggle and like tell me her name or whatnot. Like I said, it doesn't work for Russian girls or Italian girls, but Italian girls from the inner boroughs anyway. That don't work. I've had Italian girls and Russian girls literally ignore me like I wasn't standing there. Anyway. So,
you want to talk about a hostile culture? That Brooklyn, whatever, everybody who comes from any kind of borough, or she mentions borough, or like, I mean, like, I'm about to totally create some kind of controversy, but they're like, They're like the fawns, except for a little bit more aggressive with it. They're like, "How you doing?" And I'm like, girl, if you don't get away from me, you know what I'm saying? It's like, well, my friend over there think you cute. I'm just over like, why? Like, I'm a lover. All right, I am. Sometimes I'm a softie. And the way I expect women, if women do make the approaches, for them to just kind of be like cute and soft and, you know, like just kind of like shy, and that's my mentality of women. But that Brooklyn shit, oh my God! Like anywhere up north, like the Bronx, you know, the Bronx, you think, you know, New York fitted with some Timberland boots on, a puffy coat, and you know, just they talk like Young Ma, like, hey, if I ain't in these streets more than sesame, or whatever she says in that one song that, you know, I didn't quote correctly, but that's what I expect. It's like, yo, I thought you were a lesbian, but you're not. You are strictly dickly, like, but your tone and your mannerisms don't come off like that. I think I've gone down the rabbit hole a little, you know, far enough. Let's go ahead and continue.
Long story short, I made that mistake doing it to a black girl some years ago, and I actually went up to her and I went, "Who are you?" And she looked at me and went, "Who am I? Who the fuck are you?" And that was my lesson. That was my...
What happened there is that you quit a little prematurely. That's what I like to call a shit test. And how you respond to that is what's gonna get you where you want to be, whether that's a relationship or some sugar walls for the night. I think the young people call it swag now. You gotta like think on your feet whenever it comes to, like, you can't just be polite and sit there and have a conversation with a black woman. Like you said, she'll let you know very quickly that you're not welcome there, or, you know, whatever. It's like living on the edge constantly.
Went, oh, that's the difference. They're confrontational, right? And they expect you to come back and flirt the same way. And then, you know, you're supposed to go, "Oh my, you know damn well who I am. I'm the sexiest man in here." And as a white guy, you never do that, right? You don't do that. It's just a different air. You have a different way about you, okay? I just think it's kind of funny. But watch out, black guys and Spanish guys. The white girls are going to get you. It just takes a little time. They're not as pleasant as you think they are. But
see, white girls are more on the college, like, you know, they know how to use their tears to their advantage. Like, if you think her food isn't, you know, doesn't have any spices in it, all she got to do is cry a little bit and go, "He touched me." And like, everybody's rushing to the white girl's defense. I wish these were jokes. I wish they were, but they're not. Like I said, I don't have any disputes with this, and I do like how we could talk about differences in cultures, because there are. All right, now I will say this right here: like, if there is a white boy who is street and hangs around with all the black street boys, the boys in the street that are black, like, I'm just as afraid of his threats like I'm afraid of the black man's threats. Like, it was because that's a culture thing. Not saying that I'm afraid of anybody, because, you know, I be carrying that thing on me too. But see, legally, get your concealed. But see, I think that's a culture thing, and you do have that one white boy that fits in with the black boys, and they're part of a set, a crew, maybe even a gang, if you would. All right. Now, girls are the same way, you know, like if you got like a white girl that hangs around with a bunch of black girls, and they're gonna have, that white girl's gonna have the mannerisms of the black girl. She's gonna have the attitude, might have the done up nails, no, I'm joking around. I'm joking. Some black girls have some beautiful natural hair, and we won't downplay that here. Okay. Okay. There's some bald-headed white girls too. Fair's fair. Screw it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. It just takes some time. Before you know it, you're like, how the hell did I get in this position? Where are my testicles? How come I don't have my balls anymore? You know? But it's just kind of funny.
White girls be talking you into a cuckold too. It's like, well, this is Sean, and Sean is a swinger, and you're looking at her like, okay. Before you know it, you're tied to a chair and you're watching this act happen. Black girls, they ain't into all that, at least as far as I know, unless some shit changed.
You know, but those are the two major differences that I've learned. I mean, they have a lot of other things in common. I'm sure there's other differences, but to me, I thought it was funny if I made a quick video about those two major differences.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and end it there. It seems like this video is coming to an end, and my video is about 21 minutes ish long. I will end on this note. I've said a lot of things here, all right, and a lot of these things are from my experience and where I've been. But if you have an experience just like I have, go ahead and throw that F in the chat. And maybe we can draw on this conversation a little bit more, because I do like talking about cultural differences, and not in a way where, you know, it's bad, but cultural differences, whether it's good. There's beautiful and crazy women on both sides of the equation. And if you look at the culture where they come from, that's what's going to let you know if she's going to be tough up front or tough on the back end. All right. If you have nothing for me, I have nothing for you, and I'll see you in the next one.